Hi, I'm Precious Jones.
Hi, I'm Olivia Duho.
My name is Natalia Lopez.
And here today, we're here to interview Judith Mills about her organization, Butterfly Walkers, Inc., and her other organization, Alliance of Hope for Lupus in Ghana. Hi, we have here Judith Mills with us, who's going to talk to us about her organization, Butterfly Walkers, Incorporated, and her Alliance of Hope for Lupus in Ghana. Judith, hi, how are you today?
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for having us here. So can you please explain to us, what is lupus?
Lupus is when your body attacks itself. It's an autoimmune disease, and our bodies are made to fight off viruses and disease. In the case of lupus, your body thinks there's a disease when it's really not, and it starts attacking your own organs, cells, and tissues.
Okay. And what are the symptoms of lupus?
Symptoms vary from person to person. The main symptoms that everybody usually have is the fatigue and the joint pains, and also the butterfly rashes. But every patient is different.
Is there treatments that can solve and cure this disease?
Well, one thing about lupus is there's no cure. There are many various types of treatment. And some people choose to go the homeopathic way, but the pharmaceutical route is what's usually known to help treat lupus symptoms, but there is no cure. Lupus and cancer have their similarities, as in the pain factor. And yes, lupus patients are sometimes treated like cancer patients, because when the lupus is aggressive enough, they have to go through chemotherapy. So that sometimes happens. So it's not so similar, but then they have their similarities. Prednisone is the medication that has been used to treat a lot of autoimmune diseases, not just lupus, but it's the drug that usually helps to control the patient. It's effective, but it has its very dangerous side effects. So it's taken about 4 decades, and now we have new medications to actually target the symptoms, but it's not helping, women of color, who are known to have, the highest rate of lupus.
Okay. All right. So I read in an article about you on Bizarre.com, and you said doctors told you you would not be able to finish your undergrad education. You did just that, and also you pursued your master's degree. That really put a smile to my face, because you did not let this illness overcome your destiny. So what makes you stay positive throughout this difficult condition to this day?
I mean, I can say that I am one of the odd lupus patients, because lupus takes such a toll on your life, and it's really hard to manage things, but everybody is cut by a different cloth. With me, what keeps me from falling victims to the many other lupus patients is that I feel that it's not exactly what the disease is doing to you, but how you are controlling the disease. What I mean by that is, if I'm going to listen to my body constantly, I'm not going to do anything. So it's like a mind trick. Even though you're feeling miserable, you have to manage things, but everybody is cut by a different cloth. With me, what keeps me from falling victims to the many other lupus patients is that I feel that it's not exactly what the disease is doing to you, but how you are controlling the disease. What I mean by that is, if I'm going to listen to my body constantly, I'm not going to do anything. So it's like a mind trick. Even though you're feeling miserable, you have to not focus on that. Just focus, have a goal and just focus on exactly what the goal is. So that's what makes me a bit different, And, the thing about school is, even though the doctors felt, the lupus is going to be constantly in a flare-up. Yes, I had couple of flare-ups because of school, because school is very difficult and stressful. And when you have lupus, you're supposed to stay away from stress. But in a way, it helped me because it took my mind off of what I've actually gone through. When you got to study, you can't think about anything else. You can't think about the pain that you're in, or, you know, the fact that you can't make it to class. You know, you're like, I have to be there, so you just do just that.
Right. Okay. I did say I have a couple of questions, but I have one more for you. I usually see you walking with a cane. I read there are different types of lupus, so what kind do you have that prevents you from walking?
Well, actually, it's not the type of lupus that I have that prevents me from walking.
Okay.
There are different types of lupus, and the three main ones are systemic, discoid, and cutaneous lupus. Those are the three main ones, but there are other types. There are drug-induced, which is caused by, you know, taking certain drugs to treat high blood pressure, and it causes, you know, lupus symptoms. But the good thing about that is once the medication is stopped, all the symptoms go away.
Oh, okay.
The reason why you see me limping and using a cane is because after years of being on treatment, prednisone, that controls the lupus, it thins your bones. So whilst the bone symptoms, but the good thing about that is once the medication is stopped, all the symptoms go away.
Oh, okay.
The reason why you see me limping and using a cane is because after years of being on treatment, prednisone, that controls the lupus, it thins your bones. So whilst the bone thinning started to happen, I also lost my flexibility with my bones. So that's not from the lupus itself, it's more from the treatment. This is why we need a cure, because we have such bad medications to, you know, control lupus. And there are several clinical trials, but Benlysta has been one with fewer side effects.
Okay. Well, Judith, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for this wonderful information about lupus. Thank you.